Hello, and welcome to my channel. I hope you'll enjoy. This video contains a story about a relationship between three boys, so if it disturbs you, just leave. I don't own any of the Haikyuu characters or music or sound effects or anything other than the plot. This doesn't in any way describe how the Haikyuu characters act. It is just for fun, so don't take any of this seriously. I am sorry if there are many mistakes. English isn't my first language and I learned it from fanfiction and YouTubers. Warning: mention of abuse, so if it disturbs you, you have been warned. All of this is happening IRL, unless said otherwise. I know it is supposed to be texting stories, but I really don't care, so have fun with the character's agony. Text after thinking bubble represents thoughts. What exactly does he do that hurts? He hits me. But don't criticize him. But I deserve it. What? Nobody deserves to be hit. Don't judge my dad, he is doing this because he loves me. Sugara smiles at Oikawa, and Oikawa's heart stings a little. So, Oikawa pulls Sugara into his lap and hugs him. What are you doing? I am sorry, but can we stay like this? Oh, okay. There is no way that your dad loves you. Sugara pushes Oikawa's chest and looks into his eyes. His eyes are filled with tears, threatening to spill any moment. You are wrong, he is just trying to discipline me so I will be better. You are an adult. If you did something wrong, he can just talk with you. That isn't it, you will never get it. Sugara drops his head on Oikawa's shoulder and starts to sob. Oikawa starts to rub his back slowly, trying to calm him down. He loves me. He is all I have left. He is doing all of this for me. Oikawa hugs Sugara deeper into his chest and continues to rub his back. Few moments pass before Sugara starts talking again. Today was a terrible day. What happened? It is all my fault. I believe it is not, so please can you tell me what happened? I am a terrible friend, Daichi must hate. He only tolerates me because we both are third years, and I am the vice captain. He probably cannot wait to graduate to get rid of me. I don't know your captain much, so I really cannot judge, but I know you aren't a terrible friend. I mean, you didn't rob me even after threatening me to. Sugara chuckles between sobs and pushes Oikawa a little. Sugara looks at Oikawa's smile with sad eyes before he places his forehead on Sugara's forehead. Why do you think you are a terrible friend? He told me he started going out with a girl, and I just ran off. I should have congratulated him, but I just ran off. Oikawa wipes Sugara's tears as more and more tears spill. I am terrible, right? I believe you have your reasons for doing that, and when you explain it if I tell him, he will hate me more. He will know how terrible I am, how disgusting I am. You aren't disgusting, you are an angel. How can an angel be disgusting? You don't know what I did, that is why you think I am good. Then tell me. But I am disgusting, you will hate me too. It is all my fault. I am the only one who can judge that. So tell me. But you will hate me. I promise you that I won't and that nothing will change, so please tell me, and trust me. Daichi was always there beside me and did everything he could to help me in our first and second years, and I repaid him by doing something this terrible. Sugara-san, please, can you tell me what you did? But it is disgusting, I am disgusting. You probably shouldn't even touch me. Whatever it is, I doubt you are disgusting, just trust me. Daichi is a great person to me, and what I did is unforgivable. How could I betray him like this? How could I like him? It is disgusting, right? I deserve what my dad did, it is all my fault. He is only trying to help me get fixed. Oikawa bursts out crying and hugs and squeezes Sugara into his chest. Sugara's crying intensifies. Why, you aren't disgusting, not at all. How could I not be disgusting? Did you hear what I did to Daichi? How can I betray him like that? This isn't right. This isn't normal. It is disgusting. Dad is right. I deserve what he is doing. How can he tolerate someone like me? Oikawa gulps and squeezes Sugawara more. You are not disgusting. You probably want me to leave, right? Let go so I can leave. You shouldn't be in my presence any longer. I am such a disgrace to my father. After all he suffered to raise me, I do this to him. You aren't disgusting and you don't deserve this. I do deserve this. How could I like another guy? This isn't normal. It is normal. It is as normal as liking a girl. I promise it is normal. That isn't true, you are lying. You are trying to pity me because it is late and I don't have a place to go. You will probably kick me out the moment you can. I will never kick you out, and I am not lying. I believe that you can like whoever you want. If you like a guy, it is normal. But how can that be normal? My dad said I am disgusting, and adults know better. You are only my age and probably wrong. My dad knows what is best for me. Being an adult doesn't always mean you are right. Many adults do wrong things. I know that. My dad fears that I will end up being a bad person, so he is helping me. Your dad is the wrong adult that is doing the wrong thing. No, that cannot be. He isn't bad. Have you heard any adult tell their kids that it is alright for them to like the same gender? See, that proves that I am wrong and disgusting. That makes me disgusting too, right? What? No, that cannot be true. I infected you. Sugawara pushes Oikawa and jumps off him and tries to leave. But Oikawa grabs his arm and pushes him into his lap again. No, I must leave. I'm terrible. Look what have I done now. Sugawara-san, that doesn't work like that. You cannot infect me. But, I just did, and I probably ruined your life by doing that. Yes, I did. No, you didn't. Yes. I have dated a boy when I was in middle school. Sugawara stops struggling at Oikawa's grip and freezes. He stares into Oikawa's eyes. You are lying, that can never happen. But it did happen. People who like the same gender will date the same gender and live together just like straight couples. There is no difference between them. But they don't get treated? No, it isn't a disease to treat. It is just like a trait you are born with. It is as normal as having brown hair. But my dad said it can be treated. He is helping me. Did. Whatever your dad is doing, did it change anything? No, I am still attracted to guys, but we still need time. It cannot be fixed directly. How long has your dad been, helping you? Oikawa gags, saying the last part as his face turns in disgust. 6 months? 6 years. What? How could he have abused you for so long, and nobody noticed and reported him? Why would they report him? He was just helping me overcome my mental disease. He is helping me. It isn't a disease, not at all, and if you don't trust me, search it up. Homosexuality has stopped being considered a mental disorder for a long time. But it is illegal, and hitting you is also illegal. Listen. That is unfortunate, but laws are changing, and it will be legal soon. But it must be illegal for a reason. Otherwise, it used to be illegal because people didn't know what it was and thought it was a bad thing, but as time advanced and people started to understand it is normal, countries have started to make it legal. People tend to fear what they don't know or understand, so they banned it, but when they started to know what it is. So, I am not disgusting? No, not one bit. Sugawara hugs Oikawa and starts sobbing. So, I am normal. Yes, and have always been. After a few minutes, Sugawara stops crying and Oikawa lays down on his bed while Sugawara sits near him. Yeah. We probably should sleep. Oikawa grabs Sugawara's arm and pulls him down. Sugawara lays down again. Nothing will make me sleep today. Yet. Can I ask something? Sure. What made you call me? Like you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but it isn't the for. Don't continue, ignore my dumb question, don't cry again. It is fine. It isn't the first time I ran away from my dad because he hit me too much and I couldn't tolerate it anymore. Oikawa widens his eyes and sits up. He places his hand on Sugawara's hand, and Oikawa gives him a nod to continue. I usually escape to Daichi's house. I already have his keys. But after what I did today, I didn't want to go to his place. So, I started wandering around, until I reached Asahi's place. I called him, but Noya answered and said he was asleep. I didn't want to disturb him, so I told Noya that I was studying and wanted to make sure of something, and hung up. So, I continued to work and reached the park, and sat there. When I started to get cold, I decided to go home, hoping my dad might have slept. But I found him sitting at the entrance drinking, so I ran off before he saw me and went back to the park. I sat there for a long time before I remembered that you gave me your number. I debated whether I should call you or not, but then I called you anyway. I wasn't expecting an answer but I answered. What time did you leave? Around 11. 11? Yeah. You called me around 2. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't check the time before calling. I didn't know it was that late. I thought it was only midnight. If I knew that it was that late, I probably wouldn't have called. I didn't tell you so you will apologize, but you spent more than 3 hours wandering around. What would you have done if I didn't answer? Slept in the park. What? For real? Why not go to a hotel? I only grabbed my phone with me, so I don't have any money on me or my ID. They wouldn't have let me in. Were you planning on sleeping in the park? I used to do that all the time before I started to sleep at Daichi's. Oikawa just grabs Sugawara into a hug again as Oikawa starts to cry and hugs Sugawara even harder. Oikawa-san. Yeah, sorry. Oikawa let go of Sugawara and wiped his face. Sorry, I just can't even imagine sleeping in the living room, and why you used to sleep in the park. Yeah, I didn't have any other place to go to. Yeah. What time is it? I don't know, but the sun is up already. I know that we probably should sleep, but if we do that, we will miss school. Yeah, probably. I would have skipped, if I didn't have an exam. I am sorry, you needed your rest, and I ruined it. No, not at all. I used to stay up all night watching volleyball games and studying them, then going to school, so don't worry. Alright. Come sleep near me, Sugawara-san. At least rest your body for a bit. Yeah. Sugawara lays down facing Oikawa. Oikawa grabs his hand and smiles at Sugawara. Sugawara smiles back as both of their eyes start to close slowly. The tiredness of the long night has finally taken over. Around 6:45 a.m. Oikawa reaches for his phone on his nightstand and shuts it off. Oikawa grabs his phone and opens the call with his eyes still closed. What? Where are you, Shitakawa? I am sleeping. Did you come so early again and sleep on the school roof? No. Then where are you? I am still home. Are you kidding me? It is about 7W. 7, how can it be 7? Oikawa bursts out and sits up, startling Sugawara. Sugawara sits rubbing his eyes while he looks at the panicked Oikawa. That is how time works. It moves forward. What, wanna change it, Shitakawa? I swear I just closed my eyes for a couple of minutes. How could I fall asleep? Are you effing kidding me? You didn't sleep last night? Oikawa glances up to meet a half-asleep Sugawara looking at him, barely opening his eyes. Oh shoot, Iwa-chan. Tell the coach I won't make it to morning practice. Gosh, I might not even make it to the first period. What are you doing, idiot? Just get dressed and come here now and forget about your effin' morning routine for once. You didn't sleep last night, so no matter what you do, you will probably look like shit anyway. Mean Iwa-chan, mean. Sugawara just tugs at Oikawa's shirt, and Oikawa looks at Sugawara. Oikawa grabs Sugawara's hand but Sugawara crawls and sits on Oikawa's lap. Sugawara lays his head on Oikawa's shoulder and hugs him. I make it when I make it. Dude, we have an exam in the first period. Man, I forgot. I don't know if I can make it. Capital I. Stop wasting time and go get dressed to make it. IwaOiSuga hangs up, as Oikawa stares at Sugawara who is sitting in his lap looking at him. Hey. We should head to school, my teammate will probably call me soon too. You don't have to go if you don't want to. No, I will go. I must go, this isn't the first time so it is alright. Do whatever makes you comfortable. Alright. I will go get dressed. Alright. Oikawa gets out of bed after placing Sugawara back down on his bed. He starts heading towards the door. Oikawa-san. Yes. I must go home to change into my uniform but what if my dad? Sugawara lowers his head. Alright, you don't have to worry. I will go with you home. You will get changed then I will send you to school. But your morning practice. Missing one won't change anything, you are more important. But if you go with me, you won't make it to school. Don't worry, I will. Oikawa looks at his phone and checks the time. It is close to 7, so I won't make it to practice anyways. But if we leave in 20, I can still make it to the first period. So, I will go with you to your home then walk you to school then I will go to my school. You don't have to walk me to school, just come with me to my house if my dad isn't there you can leave for school. Let us figure it out on our way to your home, alright? Oikawa runs out of his room and grabs his uniform before he can hear Sugawara. Where is the laundry room? What should I wear? After around 30 minutes, Oikawa finally gets ready. You haven't changed yet? Well my clothes. Right, they are still in the washing machine, they are probably still wet since I didn't put them in the dryer. I am sorry, Sugawara-san. Oikawa facepalms as he grabs a pair of pants and a shirt from his closet. Wear my clothes, and leave your clothes here. I will dry them later. I will prepare some breakfast while you get dressed. There is no time for that. Breakfast is essential, and I will not prepare something fancy. Putting some cheese and ham in 2 sandwiches won't take me hours. Oikawa leaves Sugawara in his rush without waiting for his reply. Sugawara sighs and starts to change his clothes. When Sugawara leaves Oikawa's room, he finds Oikawa eating a sandwich near the entrance. Why is he so cute in my clothes? Oikawa blushes. Come on, let's go. Oikawa opens the door as Sugawara wears his shoes. Here, take your sandwich. Thank you. Both Sugawara and Oikawa leave Oikawa's house and start to walk towards Sugawara's house as they chew their food. I like how you never asked me if I was allergic to anything and just gave me food. Fluent? Oikawa forced his food down his throat and started to cough. Just continue to cough it out. After a few moments, Oikawa stops coughing, and they continue to walk. You aren't allergic to anything, right? No, I am not, don't worry. I am sorry. No, it is alright, I should have asked. Like what if you were and you were embarrassed to ask and died? What would I have done next? Oikawa asks dramatically. Sugawara just sighs a munch on his sandwich. Anyone with allergies would have asked anyway, don't worry. But what if they didn't, and they died? Well, as you said, it's too bad for you. Sugawara shrugs and chuckles as Oikawa squeezes his eyes at him. Don't use my lines against me. What would you do if I did? I will. Never make you a sandwich again. HMPH. Oh my. Yeah, I am convinced. I will stop. Yeah, good. Sugawara chuckles and looks at smiling Oikawa. Around 7:20 a.m. Sugawara looks at his phone and sees that Asahi is calling. Why is Asahi calling and not Daichi? He really does hate me. Sugawara stops in his spot, as his eyes start to water as he looks at his phone. What is wrong? What happened? Who's calling? Sugawara just wipes his eyes. He then looks at Oikawa and shakes his head and takes a deep breath before answering and starts walking again. Oikawa starts walking near him, closing the distance between them. Morning Asahi. Suga, are you alright? What happened? Is he alright? Don't know. Sugara, where are you? Heading home to get changed, so I can go to school. What do you mean heading home now? What? Suga, where are you? Few block away from home. Sugara stops and bursts into heavy tears as he starts to talk to Daichi. Oikawa grabs Sugara's hand. Sugara looks at Oikawa, and Oikawa nods. Sugara nods and starts to walk again. Suga, try to take deep breaths, okay? I will go to where you are, just stay there. You don't have to. But it is all right. I will just drop by to change my clothes and go to school. I might not make it to practice, but that is all right. But what about your dad? I know why you are out, but what if he is still home? You won't even make it to school. I am with someone now, so I am not worried about that. Who? You know it's not important. Just be safe, we can talk when you come to school. Okay. All right. Sugara puts his phone in his pocket before wiping his face. Oikawa glimpses at Sugara, who has lowered his face and is still sobbing. Sugara-san, how far are we? Like 10 minutes away. All right. You can let go of my hand. I don't want to, unless it disturbs you, then I will let go. It doesn't disturb me. So, can I continue to hold your hand? I guess. Around 7:30 a.m. We are here. Sugara stops in front of a house and looks around for any sign of his dad. Okay, let's go. Oikawa pulls Sugara's hand, but Sugara doesn't move. Sugara-san? I think he is still here. So, what do you want me to do? What if I grab your clothes and you can change in Karasuno? That? No. Just leave, I will go inside, don't worry. Oikawa's hand tightens around Sugara's hand. I won't let you inside. If you want to enter, we will both enter, especially if your father is there. It is all right. Yesterday was my fault, so he won't do anything today, don't worry, just go. Yeah, right. He will probably use you staying out all night as an excuse. If your dad is in there, I will enter too, and that is final. But nothing. Let's go. Oikawa starts dragging Sugara towards the door. Sugara sighs and starts walking. Do you have the keys? And no, but I will get the spare. Sugara removes a brick block from the wall and gets the spare key. Then he opens the door. The door squeaks, which causes Sugara to freeze and glance at Oikawa. Oikawa nods and pushes the door. Oikawa grabs Sugara's hand and enters the house. Sugara puts his finger over his mouth, signaling for Oikawa not to make any noise. As they sneak through the entrance slowly, Sugara turns his head gradually and peeks inside the living and kitchen joined room, waiting for the angry eyes to stare back at him, but he finds nothing. Sugara lets out a sigh of relief before whispering to Oikawa. He might be asleep in his room. Let's just move to my room. Oikawa nods, and Sugara starts dragging Oikawa to his room. When they stop in front of Sugara's room, the wooden floor cracks behind them, and they both freeze. Sugara gulps as he turns his head inch by inch, waiting for his eyes to land on his worst nightmare, but is greeted by the neighborhood cat, who turns its head to the side, confused at what Sugara is doing. Both Oikawa and Sugara let out a sigh. Before Oikawa whispers, "Why don't we check his room to make sure your dad is here rather than jumping at every noise?" Sugara shakes his head intensely and grabs Oikawa, who starts walking toward the last room in the house. "Please don't. I believe he is asleep. Let me get dressed so we can leave." "Go get dressed. I will just peek inside. The door is already open, so I will make sure not to make any noise." "Please no. It is fine, just get dressed." Oikawa takes another step toward the room, and Sugara hugs him from the back. Oikawa feels Sugara shaking. Oikawa freezes and pulls Sugara into a hug, and he starts to rub his back. Sugara tightens his grip on Oikawa's shirt and buries his face into Oikawa's chest. "Please, I don't want him to hurt you, please. He won't if he isn't here. Just let me check, so we don't have to worry." Sugara shakes his head. But Oikawa peels Sugawara's arm from around him and walks into Sugawara's dad's room. Sugawara falls to the ground and hugs his knees, pushing himself to the wall, waiting for the screaming to roar into the house, but nothing happens. There isn't anyone here. What? How? His car is parked out. He always goes to work by car. Are you sure he isn't in there? Sugawara shoots to his feet and runs into the empty room. Where could he be? Maybe something bad happened to him after I left. What should I do? I saw him at the entrance waiting yesterday when I came back. Could something has happened to him? I should call the police. Capital I. Oikawa grabs Sugawara's face and rubs his fingers over his cheeks. Breath, Sugawara-san, breath. Sugawara nods and starts taking long breaths to calm down. Go get dressed, and we can see where your dad is afterward. You don't have to. Just go to school. I am not leaving your side before you enter Karasuno's gates. No, that is too much. Capital I. It isn't too much, I want that. So go get dressed, then we will figure out where your dad is. But, no, just go now. Sugawara nods and enters his room to change. In the meantime, Oikawa walks, opens the bathroom door, and gazes around it. He's not here either. What are you doing in the bathroom? Just checking if your dad is there. Why would he be there? Just checking to see if he didn't slip or something. Where could he be? Do you have his workplace number? Yeah. All right, call them and see if he is there. But I don't want them to tell him. Don't you have anyone's number to check on him? No. Okay, give me his work number then. But, don't worry, I won't say it is you. Sugawara nods and gives Oikawa the number. Oikawa dials the number and closes his nose. Sugawara facepalms at Oikawa, who smiles and gives him a thumbs up. Hello, sir, how can I help? Hello, can I speak to Sugawara-san? Sugawara's eyes widen at Oikawa, and Sugawara starts shaking his head intensely. No. Yes, sir. Who is speaking so I can inform him? Nobody. What? What about Tanaka-san? Can I speak to him? There isn't anybody by that name that works here. Lame. Sugawara sighs and puts his hand on his forehead as he shakes his head. Who is this? I already said, nobody. Have you forgotten already? Do you think this is a joke? No, not at all. I was just wondering who works for your company? But you are being rude, so bye. Oikawa hangs up, and he smiles at Sugawara, who is smiling at him. What? Why did you ask to speak to him? What did you want me to ask? Don't know? More importantly, now you know that he is at work and you shouldn't worry about him. Yet. We should leave now. No, wait, before that. Pack some clothes with you. Why? For later. Why? What about later? Do you think I am allowing you to sleep here tonight? You are coming over. That isn't necessary. I don't want to trouble you anymore. Moreover, this isn't an everyday thing, so I will be fine. You know, I should report your dad for abuse. No, you cannot do that. Do you hear me? You cannot do that. But nothing. He is the only family I have left. I cannot lose him. Oikawa sighs and pinches his nose. All right, I won't for now. Not now, not ever. You promise me you would never report him, please. All right, I promise. But still, pack and come to my place after practice. No need. I am staying home tonight. As you want. But, how about you give me a change of clothes for you? What? Why? Just in case you needed to come over. At least let me have something comfortable for you to wear. That isn't. Oh, and the spare uniform so we can go directly from my house to your school without needing to stop here first. No. Please just do this. I am not asking for much. There is no time, we will be late. I am not leaving before you give me spare clothes. Oikawa crosses his arms and sits on Sugawara's bed staring at him. Sugawara sighs and grabs a bag, then places a shirt, pants, and his spare uniform and puts it into the bag. Here, can we leave now? What about underwear? Sugawara's face turns tomato red. He grabs underwear and shoves it in the bag before he shoves the bag into Oikawa's chest and walks out. Oikawa chuckles at Sugawara's cuteness as he places the bag in his gym bag under his clothes before he leaves Sugawara's room. Oikawa finds Sugawara waiting for him in the entrance with his face still red and a small pout. Cute. Let's go. Sugawara closes the door and hides the spare key, before running to Oikawa. Oikawa starts walking in Karasuno's direction, and Sugawara speed walks near him. Oikawa-san, your school is in the other direction. Yeah, I know. Then why are you walking this way? I said I will walk you to your school's gates. You really don't have to. I know, but I want to. But you have an exam in the first period. Yeah, so? What if you reach late? I won't. But it is already past 8, and your school is closer from here than from Karasuno. Yeah, I know. Please, Oikawa-san, just go to school. You don't have to walk there, nothing will happen on my way to school. Even though I still want to walk you to school. You aren't going to give up? No. Why are you so pushy? I don't know, but I want to spend more time with you. Sugawara blushes and lowers his head, and continues walking. Sugawara-san? Yes. See, can I hold your hand? Why yes. Oikawa grabs Sugawara's hand and intertwines their fingers. Around 8:20 a.m. Sugawara scratches his hand from Oikawa, once he turns the corner that reaches Karasuno. What? We are near school. Aye. Okay, I get it. I don't mind it though. Aren't you afraid they will start rumors about you? I don't mind. What about your parents? They don't know yet, but. Don't tell them. Yet, I don't plan until I graduate. I want to be secure before they know just in case. Yeah, that will be better. I must get going now, or I will be late. Oikawa starts running but stops suddenly, and he screams. Sugawara-san, we will talk later. Yes. Sugawara waves his arm. Oikawa waves back and continues sprinting towards school. I should hurry to class. Sugawara enters the school and walks towards his locker before he changes into his indoor shoes and walks toward the third-year hallway. Once he enters the hallway, he sees Daichi holding Yui's hand and walking. Before anyone can notice him, he darts out of the hallway and runs to the club room. He sits near the door and hugs his knees. I am not ready to see and talk to him yet. I have another YouTube channel where I upload time-lapse of my art. It is in the description below with my Instagram account. I am just a beginner artist, so don't expect your mind to be blown. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed it.